Hey everybody, Austin here in sunny southern Arizona, and wanted to bring you our July 2012 Worship Catalyst update. We're going to put most of our energy and focus on this talk on Zona Youth Camp. It was a great week. We had just last week, there were 950 people at Zona this year, a great group. And as always, Cami and I were able to lead a production team that was basically in charge of writing scripts and videos and working with the worship leader and working with the pastor. You're seeing some video here of some of the services that we were able to produce. Mike Michalzik and Karen Michalzik, Bob Beck, Zoe Beck, so many of our people that we have also developed here in Arizona were able to go out there with us. In all, I think Worship Catalyst had a team of 20 that went out to either teach classes or produce services with us. And so it was a really, really great week. I want to tell you some decision numbers here. There were 250 people make some sort of decision for Christ at Zona, an amazing number. We also had over 50 people who made professions of faith in Christ. Now, that brings to a total for all of our activity this summer that God led us to be a part of, that brings to a total of over 100 students who gave their lives to Christ this summer. So just a really successful summer that you helped, as always, make possible through your gifts and through your prayers. And so in the Worship Catalyst experience itself, we're always involved in teaching students more about guitar, vocals, drama, and that sort of thing. And so we had about 80 students come through that, and we had them for about 20 hours throughout the week. And you're watching some of the activity there where they got together in bands and worked with some of the people from their church and also in other churches. And man, they just came so far. One of the real benefits of doing this year after year is seeing some of the students that have continued to come back to the Worship Catalyst experience and get better and better and better each time that they come. And so that's gotten to be a real cool joy for us to be a part of. Some of those students will be making longer investments in over time, over the next year and beyond, as they become more point worship leaders or involved in other churches and stuff like that. So we're looking forward to the ongoing relationship with them. Now, next month in our update, we're going to talk more about the Maui camp that we did a few weeks ago. We haven't been able to really spend the time to talk to you about that, but we really do want to, because there could be a longer relationship developing there. But this time what I wanted to do was to introduce to you Courtney. And I've talked to you about Courtney before. Courtney came back in her, we stuffed her in the suitcase. She's from Maui, and we brought her back to Tucson with us. And she's been interning this entire summer, and this is actually her last week to be a part of that. And so I wanted to just kind of get to know Courtney and hear from her heart a little bit. So Courtney, you are not a native of Hawaii, right?
No, I was born in Texas, and we moved out there when I was about 8 years old.
That's cool. Now, Courtney's dad is one of the pastors at a church there, and also a church planning strategist or catalyst on the island of Maui. And so we've been able to really connect with him on a church planning side of the conversation as well. Courtney, one thing I wanted to just kind of talk about with you is how old are you, what grade in school are you, that sort of thing.
I'm 17, and I'm going to be a senior in high school this year.
Okay, and what is it that you are feeling like God's calling you to do?
Definitely something in the ministry. Like, I love worship, so that's one of my passions, and I think He's calling me to be a worship leader and just work in churches. Yeah.
That's great, and we've really been able to see over this this season of knowing Courtney that God is speaking into her life and growing her. Now, let me let you just kind of talk a little bit about your summer experience, because it's been 6 weeks of hard work. So what do you think has been some of the most beneficial things for you, or things that you're going to definitely take back as, the things that have made the most difference?
So this summer I definitely have learned a lot, and there's so many things that I could talk about, but probably going through the worship essentials and learning all the values of being a worship leader that I didn't know before, and not only that, but being able to really experience it and live it, and watching Austin through these past weeks do his job and live that. And it was nice to have something tangible to really learn from, and also having instrumental help and training, because I don't have that where I live. So that was nice, and learning about being a better leader, I feel like I have that now. And I'm really excited to go back and teach everyone else what I've learned.
That's cool. You know, one thing that Courtney got to do with us that was a lot of help for us is that she got to help write some of the drama scripts that Cami and I worked on, as well as I think one night we edited a video till about 3 or 4 in the morning, and so that was a lot of fun together. But to get ready for Zona, and I think that was one of the really cool things to have her here for, to help us, and not just us helping her. But one last thing I want to ask you is, you know, you're going to go back next week, and it would really be not a success for us and for all these folks here if you just went back and, you know, never did anything with this. So what are you planning on doing when you go back?
Well, actually, when I get back, my dad is going to be planning a church where I live in some of the resorts by where we live, and so I'm going to be going and helping him build up that church, and I'm going to be the worship leader there and start building a worship team for that new church. So when I leave, hopefully we can have like a good solid team for that new church. And also there are a lot of other kids my age where I live that are interested in worship leading, and I've been talking to them while I've been here, and when I go back I'm going to be teaching them. There's about 8 other churches that I'm going to be also, like, sharing my knowledge with them and being able to help them and show them what I've learned. So
that's awesome. Yeah, that is what it's all about right there, man, is that expansion of helping multiple churches all over the place. So that's the value that we share. So anyway, that's it for now. God bless you. Thanks for taking a minute and watching this, and for praying, and thank you as always. Everything that you see, everything that you watch, everything that goes, and as our work moves forward, it's because of you and the help that you give and the prayers that you give. And so I hope you see that every time. So from us in Arizona, God bless you. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.